Hello, welcome. This is Sam of Sambookery, and in today's video, I've got another free printable project for you guys. We are doing a mini file folder from my new collection, Candy Cottage. This is a cute little pink file folder, kind of a companion project to last week's Ginger Frost folder. And if you didn't pick this free printable up, go ahead and grab that too while you're on my website. I'll put a link in the description where you can get these. But I just want to show you guys real quick how this collection came out. It was so much fun to make. So here's the journal. Super cute. I'll do a flip through short video of this journal, but assembly is pretty much the same as the Ginger Frost. And here's the folio on this one. So mostly pinks and greens on this kit. Here's the little mini. So cute. But yeah, look for shorts on these if you want to see what's inside them. But we're definitely going to make this full thing right now. So grab your free printable from my website and come back here and we'll do a step-by-step tutorial to make this. If you did not see last week's Ginger Frost, if you're more into the blue colors rather than the pink, Ginger Frost is on my website as well. And always, there is a big collection of free printables on my website you guys can grab anytime you want. So check those out when you are there. Just click on the free printables link. Let's clear this off and let's get started making this. First, you want to print everything out. I recommend using cardstock so that it's nice and sturdy. I use 80-pound cardstock for mine, which is equivalent to 218 GSM. So we print the file folder, and then you'll want to print one of the backing pages on this one. And then please note that whatever you print on the back will show when you fold this folder in half will be this tab part over here. So just keep that in mind. And on this page, whatever you print will be the back of your tags and your journaling cards. So if you pick something light like this, you can still write on the back. If you don't want to write on the back, you could do this darker green print. I'll be using a few simple tools to put this kit together. A pair of scissors, a scoring board, and my art glitter glue. I'll also use a pair of smaller detail scissors for doing the fussy cuts. And then a 1-inch circle punch is great for punching out these circles here. But that's all you really need. So let's get started. We can start by making the folder, which is the base where we'll be attaching everything. We'll just cut around the outside edge. I just love mini folders. They're such a great little project, and this size is great for tucking into a larger journal. And it's also small enough to fit into an envelope to mail, like first class mail to someone, and as like an alternative to a regular greeting card. All right, so here's our base. Let me toss this. Now this has a white line here to fold, but I don't score on this one because to me it's more important to line these edges up. So just flip it over and line this edge up with this edge. And then you can use a bone folder or the handle of your scissors or even just your fingernail to set this crease. So there's the basic structure of what we're making. And now we just need to cut out the pockets. So these are the two pockets for inside. And these do have white lines here to show you where to fold the tabs in, because there's 3 tabs on each side. I'll cut this one out as well. That's all there is to it. If you want to save this little bit of word here, the Candy Cottage, to add as a label somewhere, we can do that. Or if you want to save some of this green here to use, the scrap's pretty big to use somewhere. Let's see, on this one, I'll just save the words in case we want to put them on somewhere. Not necessary, but sometimes it's fun to add that on there. Now this bit's pretty large, so I will just cut this out. And I'll hang on to this. This is a good size if you want to cut like a little mini belly band out or a little shallow pocket so you can see more of what's sticking out of it. So I'll hang on to that one as well. I do this for most kits, and I just have a pile on the side of like some larger scraps that I might want to use in the kit. Let's go ahead and make these pockets. So this one too has the white lines to show you where to score and fold to make the pockets. So just line that white line up with a groove on your board or use a ruler. And then just something blunt to press the line in. And once we score it, then we fold it back and press it down. There's our first pocket, and let's do this one. And now you always have the option of reversing these pockets if you want to use the backing paper as the front of your pocket. Just fold the tabs in the opposite direction. I'll just make it the way I designed it, but if you wanted it the green out, just fold the tabs back this way. So let's add our pockets to our folder here. And so you do want to line them up and just make sure they're going to fit and just not interfere with this center fold. And they're sized small enough that should be no trouble at all. So we're just going to glue it in. I like to use our glitter glue, but you can use the adhesive of your choice. Double-sided tape, glue stick, whatever you have. So just put glue on the 3 tabs. And then we're gonna line it up with the bottom here. And then just make sure you can still fold it before your glue dries to make sure it didn't cross over that center line. And then we'll just add glue to this one as well. There we go. So there's our basic folder and structure. And if you're just sending this off in like in lieu of a greeting card or tucking it in a stocking and sticking like a gift card or a note or some cash in here, this is pretty much all you need. This page is just cute bonus extra ephemera. And you can pick and choose what you want to put in this, but we'll go ahead and cut everything out and just stuff it all in here so you can see it completely filled. I like to section mine off so I'm not working with one giant piece of paper, and then just cut everything out. All right, there's our tag. Got a cute bookmark with a little flying reindeer on it. Bookmarks are always so handy. All right, for this part, since it's more detailed, I'd use like to use a smaller pair of scissors just to cut around these curves. Find it a little bit easier. And now the hole on the top of this is pretty small. You can use any hole punch you have, or don't punch a hole at all. It's up to you. But I've got a crocodile and the 1/8. I don't know if you guys can see that. The 1/8, excuse me, punch I think is the right size for this. So let's see. Yes, if I had punched it in the center, that would be the right size for this. And we'll just put some embroidery floss through here in a minute just to give a nice tassel to the top of this. But we'll cut out these other tags. Let me cut out this label first so I don't lose it in the scraps. This would be great to write someone's name on if you're giving this as a gift. You could maybe have the little angel holding the name. We could cut it down and center it on this tab here. If you have like several you're giving gifts to, or if you just want to label your little folder. So lots of options for that. And then we've got this tag with the nice like snow globe on it. I left the top plain on this one because I thought it'd be cute to add some ribbon or lace or something to the top of this, and I didn't want it to block that. You can also save strips like this. These are great if you want to make your labels a little fancier by adding like a colored background to them. You can center it on here. And now that just kind of elevates it a little bit, makes it a little cuter. All right, what's next? Let's cut out this square journaling card. Let's go ahead and get these as well. If you're using a hole punch to cut out these circles, leave them attached to a bigger piece of paper because it makes it a lot easier to maneuver them in the punch to get them centered. So I just move it around until I don't see any white around the edge. Punch them out. Now we can finish this guy. If you have a corner rounder, these are nice to use on these square cards here, just to give them a little softer look. Right, let's keep on cutting. I already cut one, saved one Candy Cottage, so I'm just gonna cut through this one. But if you wanna put both of them on here, save that one as well. Now this journaling card I designed it with rounded corners. So you just follow the edge with your scissors. But if you have one of these corner rounders, it's just the small size to chomp off that little corner. So cute. And we've got another little label here. And then I'll save this in case I want to use it to back it. Also, this is the same print, but this portion of it is a much deeper pink, so it kind of stands out better on this darker one. So I'm not sure if I'll use that, but I'll hang on to that one. Then we've just got these two fussy cuts. So grab my small scissors and we'll cut these out. We've got this adorable little gingerbread cookie. Say it's a gingerbread man, but it's probably a gingerbread girl. So when you're fussy cutting, the tip is just to try to hold your scissors hand. Hold on, let me chop this up. Your scissor hand straight. Don't move the scissors, just move the paper, turning it with your other hand. Just follow the outline. If you want it to look more like a sticker with a little bit of white border, you can do that as well. I never remembered to do it that way. I always cut right on the line, but I think that would look cute as well. Especially if you are going to be just gluing it down flat somewhere. Having that white border might look nice. I might have this one just peeking out of a pocket or something, so. Alrighty, and there's our little gingerbread, and then we've got this tree. And I didn't remember again, but I swear it might look cute. I'm gonna remember to try it on one of these to leave a nice white border. But I'm just so, I don't like to have white to show in my kits. Or my, well, not my kits, but when I cut them out and make something. Just because it kind of ruins the illusion of it being like vintage and old if something's like super bright white. But these larger fussy cuts, you can glue them down and make them like a focal image on something. Or you can tuck them into pockets in little tuck spots or belly bands to be an element that can be pulled out and kind of more interactive. And I usually do a combination of both when I'm putting together junk journals. All right. And that was it. Everything's cut out. We're just gonna stuff this folder and we're done. It's super quick, fun project. It'd be an easy mass make. So let's see what we have here. Oh, and you know, saving these pink strips, that might be cute too to center on this tab. Or maybe this darker one, that might be cute. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see, I'm just eyeballing what size would fit on this tab, and I can always adjust it later. But something that, but maybe we'll round the corners or just chop off the corners here. Kind of cute. All right. So inside, I think definitely want to stick this one in here. And it might be cute. Oh, it sticks up too high. All right, we won't put anything on that one. I'll put this cute little gingerbread cottage in here. And then let's add, I've got some pink embroidery floss here. Let's add some floss to the top of this bookmark. So I just folded it so I have 3 strands, and then I'll double those. If you punch a standard size hole in the top, you'll be able to get through either some yarn or more embroidery floss, but with this tiny hole, I think 3 is the max I'm going to try. There we go. And then let's trim the ends off. There's our cute little bookmark. Put that in there. This little square card here. And it might be cute to have maybe this on the corner for pulling it out. That looks cute. Before I glue, I'm just gonna try to decide what else. And then maybe this wreath on the top of this one. I think I'll put a scrap of lace on here. My favorite way, just to add something quick, is to fold it in a V and just staple it to the top. Super cute, added texture. And I will go ahead and glue this one to this corner here. So, like that. I don't have anywhere for this other one, so I'm just gonna put it on the back and match it up. It's not necessary, these two prints are the same, so it looks nice on the back. If it was just white on the back, I would definitely consider covering it up. But since I have this circle right here, these are also great if you want to do a portfolio closure like I do on my folios with a brad. All right, so there's that. We've got this cute little gingerbread. I think I want to stick it in here, just kind of like peeking out. Maybe we'll layer the tree here. And let's see, what do we have left? We have Candy Cottage. Yeah, maybe we'll put Candy Cottage on this pink here. So let me cut around it. All right, let's glue this together and see where we can fit it. So maybe like that. I think that looks cute. So let's put the tree down first. And then we'll put this label down. All right, so I've got this label and this one, which I don't know that we're going to end up using, but I like to include them, especially if you're making this as a gift. You can put a name here. You can put it on the back of the journaling cards for something. You can also use them. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, a belly band for gingerbread. Oh, it might be cute to hide him on the back of this card. It's like a surprise. What do you guys think? Now, if we're gonna do that, maybe we want to do like with the pink background. That'll be fun. Let's do that because I'm trying to find something different to do with this one. And, you know, if you're giving this to a young kid, they could use this label to write the name of they want to name this little gingerbread girl, gingerbread man. Super cute. So I just put glue on both edges on the pink. I glued the whole top label down, but just on the very edges here so that the center is open so we can slide things in and out. Look how adorable. That's going to be a cute surprise when they take everything out and they find this hiding back here. So adorable. Okay. And we have this label, which I think might make a nice like heading for this journaling card. So you can write a list of things on here, and this is the title. You can do a to and from, like one label for to and one for from. There's a million things, but we'll just do that, and that gives this a place to title what goes on this journaling card. Okay, we're all done. Super quick and easy project. Let's do a final flip through to review what we did. I hope you guys have fun making this with me. So on the outside, we didn't add anything except this little label to the tab here. But of course, you can use this as a blank canvas to decorate too, or add the gingerbread onto, or whatever. A million ways you can do this, but let's just look at how we did it this time. In this pocket, we've got 2 tags. This one, we just added a little bit of lace to the top, just folded it in a V and stapled it on. This tag, we put a hidden surprise on the back. We made a belly band out of one of the scraps and one of the labels, and just tucked this cute little gingerbread in there. And the arms kind of stop it from falling all the way through, so it's super perfect. So that's what's in this side. And this is a big pocket. There's still plenty of room if you want to leave the ephemera in and then add a gift card or a note or some cash. There's still plenty of room in that pocket. Over here, we took the kit name, made a label out of it by putting it on one of the scraps, and then we glued down the fussy cut tree here. And then in this pocket, we just added the circle punches to the corner of this card with the cute reindeer. This card, we added one of the labels to the back of as kind of a heading. And on the bookmark, we just added a little bit of embroidery floss to the top. And there's still plenty of room in this pocket too, if you wanted to add more. But I think that's a super darling gift. Anybody would love to get. Super fun and easy to make. This would be great if you were doing like gifts for a classroom of all the students or something. So I hope you guys had fun making this quick little project. Don't forget to go to the link in the description to grab your free copy of this printable. And while you're there, I also made a second bonus free printable for you guys, gift tags. These are super cute, 12 gift tags with to and from on them, and just cute images that are from this kit and throughout the Candy Cottage kit. These are so cute to add. I'll cut one out. Let's see. Let's put this snowman on here. These are a great size to tuck into the pockets, to tie on to the handle of a gift bag. So here they are, super adorable. It's just standard hole punch if you want to punch the hole. They tuck right in here and will be super cute. Or if you want to grab just some yarn or something and tie this close with this hanging off the front, that'd be cute. Let's do that. Let's punch a hole. Maybe I will try some of this ribbon here. So I just put it through the hole, and we will just tie a little bow. See if I cut it long enough for a bow. So you can just tie it with a little ribbon and a bow on the front and write the to and from on here if you want. And it helps keep this a little closed, especially if you're just tucking it into a stocking or setting it on the Christmas tree. So while you're on my website picking this up and your free tags, if you have not already got the companion kit in Ginger Frost, which is the blue version, this freebie is there as well as a set of blue gift tags. These would be so cute tied on presents under the tree. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.